Hello, everyone. It's Josh Blogs. I'm well, I had the music off this whole time. I should just leave it off at this point. I was talking to my friend Dan on the phone. Then he had to hang up. So I now I can put the microphone on, as I have now done. And now the story is complete, as they say. Yep, this looks good. Um, let's go. I'm gonna put on a YouTube video, most likely.
You'll need to unlock your iPad first.
Ah,
California and the United States of America, because you, the guy who's been charged with all these terrible crimes, what? Guys, I don't think this is gonna end so well. No, sir. That's false information. Well, either way, this courtroom is trying to prosecute me as state property. You see this fictitious name statement? Ashford Edwards spelled in all capital letters. This is not my name. Edwards is referring to another sovereign belief that beginning at birth, one is issued a government identity, meaning one's name is spelled in all capital letters, such as on a birth certificate or social security card. And that doesn't represent one's true or free self. Yeah, those capital letters really steal your rights. My consent, and you cannot legally process me through this courtroom without this name in all capital letters that was issued without my consent. I just have a question. What is your goal? What are you going to do? Like, in your mind, in your friends' minds, you're saying that the laws don't apply to us. Does he think the judge is going to go, I can't do that without your consent? Let him go. He made a really good point. Like, what is the end game here? Do you know how many people are sitting in prison right now, all telling each other that the government doesn't have the right to keep them in prison? You're still in prison.
that's so harsh. He's not wrong, but it's funny. Oh god. All right.
By the way, you guys know why the judge is really calm during this? Because he's heard it all before. For a bunch of other people that are sitting in jail or prison right now, because their friends made up on the internet things that don't apply to them that do. Therefore, it is illegal for you to process.
That's so harsh.
So you guys have to figure out.
Well, he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
But this judge is all business, so figuring out something else to. So you guys have got to figure out something else. All right, I just figured out you're going to jail. Peace.
The court will enter a not guilty plea on your behalf, will show time is not waived. All right, we'll set this matter for pre-preliminary hearing within the statutory period.
And I would like to see the gun. Instead, I had a gun. I've never had a gun. As Edwards continues his rant about the alleged gun, the judge reaches for his own weapon of choice, the mute button.
Damn.
Do not speak while I'm speaking, sir.
Edwards continues to plead his case, but to no avail.
Court will set bail in the amount of $72,500.
You know what? I'm a little surprised it was not a higher bail because the man doesn't think the law applies to him. He was charged with some really violent stuff. I could have seen that being a much higher number. Also, if I can nitpick just for a minute as a lawyer, I'm not a big fan of muting through a video conference, and let me tell you why. Because the video conference is supposed to basically be a more convenient way for us to get things done in our court system without having to show up. But it's not supposed to change the ability to be there to fight for your rights and to defend yourself. Forget the fact that I think this man's views of the laws and how they apply to him. I could not disagree more than I disagree. But if he's sitting in your courtroom, you can't mute him. Now, you can say, if you don't stop, I'm going to take you out of the court. He could have done that here. I'm not a big fan of using technology to mute him. First of all, he may say something that incriminates himself. Or maybe he'll say something that actually makes you realize there's more investigation to be done. By the way, I'm not attacking this judge who remained calm in spite of the nuttiness, but I just want to point out that I think we should discourage the use of a mute button against litigants or their lawyers.
I agree with this.
How do judges figure out the
It was funny though.
This is how they figure out the amount of bail. How much is it going to take for the person person to come back, and you have to know how much money the person has.
I will allow it because it was funny.
$75,000 to a multi-millionaire makes no difference whatsoever. $75,000 for most Americans means you're staying in jail. And so you have to consider how much is it to this person. If this person has to put up their house that their family lives in, they're probably coming back. If this person has to put up an amount that they make in 1 hour, they may come back, but the money has done nothing to do with it. And there's a whole debate as to whether or not we should or should not even have bail because it disproportionately favors those with money.
Asherette
Yeah.
would later be found guilty of all the
Good point.
charges and sentenced to 1 year in prison.
To the court
I want
crew
money.
and the A&E crew, you guys are awesome. Not just for putting this together so I have the chance to talk about it, but to go beyond that. These are
I hate
judges
throwing.
who
No,
really
I can't throw out the dynamite.
out here in the public for all of us to see. It's really important
I can throw out
to
this
see
glove.
what's going on in our courts. Everyone talks politics.
Yeah,
politics,
that's a good move
politics,
because this
politics.
glove's
I get it.
already
It does
full.
affect our life. It happens in our judicial
I got mixed
system,
up there,
court system.
but
Affects
that
us
was the
all
obvious
the
thing to
time,
do.
every day, whether you're a lawyer, a litigant, or not, it affects your rights. So to A&E,
I think there's at least
to the court
one
panel,
more
over
anomaly
A&E,
wave
thank you
coming.
for putting this together so that I and others can comment.
Go to a bond hearing
If
in
there's
Broward
not, I don't have
County.
any channels
Judge
left.
John Hurley presiding. The defendant is David Hall, a
attack speed.
stubborn citizen who basically believes that certain laws don't apply to him.
Mr. Hall has declined the service.
Okay, I want the boomerang for sure.
They got a lot going on in Broward County to share with us. He does not want a public defender. Since the laws don't apply to him, he apparently doesn't want the protection
Okay,
of a lawyer.
no more money.
This should
Now
end
it's just
well.
all offense and defense.
Mr. Hall, DUI, expired driver's license.
Judge,
As soon as the judge attempts to read the charges, Hall begins interrupting.
sir, I haven't said for the court how I'm appearing today,
I'm
sir.
not asking you yet. Just give me a moment, all right? I need to look at your record.
Turns out Hall is currently out on bond for 2 previous charges of driving with a suspended license.
Okay, I think we're all
That's not
good
gonna stop
here.
him from trying to make his case.
There we go.
Sir, today I'm appearing as the agent and settler for David Hall.
What?
Okay. Okay. Could you get Mr. Hall for me then, sir? Where is he?
I go by that name, sir. My name sounds exactly like the defendant's, and I'm here to settle that matter today.
So are you and David Hall one and the same person?
I'm not a person, I'm an individual. David Hall is a person.
It's just trying not to
Hall's
laugh.
legalese is unconventional, to say the least, but the judge allows him to continue.
May I say something else for the record, sir?
Go ahead, sir.
I appear here today as the settler, agent, not the person, but the individual. And I don't think I should have you understand the
So you're
difference
the
between a person and an individual.
and you're the individual, but you're not the person. Is that correct?
Correct. Correct.
We have seen Judge Hurley before. I gave him a lot of credit the last time. Our court system, we don't have the resources. I get it. We all want to save money on taxes, but there are things that we need too. And an overcrowded court system is bad. It's bad for everyone.
All right, I can grind on this level.
Settler and individual, but not person speaking. Look how many people are waiting to go. There's way more than that. This judge has to get through all of it.
Nice.
Look how patient he is. Give him credit.
Take that
This is
reward
not
times
an
3.
easy moment, unless he's kind of laughing. But either way, not easy because he's in a hurry.
I'm going to write that down.
Judge Hurley is unfazed by Hall's attempt at a Jedi mind trick and begins to turn the tables.
Here's what we're going to do. The settler, the agent, the individual, and maybe even the person, David Hall, has been charged with DUI. So today, the court's going to say the settler, the agent, the individual's bond, and even the person's bond today at $10,000 because the settler, the agent, the individual, and the person continues to drive without a driver's license.
Hall's new bond is $10,000.
He's laughing his ass off.
Is a
By the way,
He's
I
so mad.
guarantee you, he's upset now because he's like, no. You charge the person. I'm the settler and agent, Judge. You got to let me go. You can only hold the person. This is good stuff. You know how this works, right? This works in your life too. You sit around with your friends and you trash talk something, someone, some group, and since you all agree, you start kind of sure. By the time you're done, after a period of days, weeks, months, or years,
All right, so I can grind now. I can kind of grind on Swamp Knight,
David Hall,
except sometimes I will lose on this level. Something to keep in mind.
The settler, the agent, the individual, and even
Let's
the
just practice a little more on Swamp Knight, see how it goes.
from the Broward County Jail.
See how consistently I can beat this level.
So,
May I post bonds, sir?
Now it's Judge Hurley's turn to have some fun.
Well,
Is there any other?
are you asking me as the settler, the agent, the individual, or are you asking me as the person?
Damn.
I'm asking as the individual appearing before you today, the
You're
opportunity.
thinking on behalf of right now.
So you are an individual. Oh, he said he's not a person. He's not a person. He's an individual. He's not a person. He's not the person.
David Hall, tell him he's not leaving jail either, all right?
Damn.
So good. Listen, like the judge state called, he had so much to do.
Somebody said that judge sure is efficient. He sentenced 4 people in one hearing: the settler, the agent, the individual, and the person.
It was brilliant.
He couldn't get the person. It was the wrong person.
He kept a lighthearted tone. He didn't come after the guy. I'm sure the guy was frustrated because his buddies all told him that the laws don't apply to him. Let me ask you something, all you people out there that believe that you are sovereign citizens. How many of your buddies that tell you about these laws that don't apply have talked a judge out of anything? If you're batting zero, it's time
Zero.
to try something new. It's not an effective strategy. And I know right now there's a sovereign citizen going, no, I know this one guy, his cousin's uncle. Maybe you're batting .010 or something, but generally speaking, this is an ineffective strategy because it's legally incorrect. And even if you
No, nobody's
the
nobody's
laws which
nobody's used that
it
strategy
doesn't matter now because
successfully.
there's a massive system in place, and you will not argue your way out of it.
I want to use this. I want this, but I can't. Yeah, it's not going to fit.
It's still not effective, and you probably don't want
See, healing. Healing's important. These things will heal me.
if you had just spoken to the judge as a human being instead of a settler, agent, individual, and person.
In Keene, New Hampshire, court is
All right.
currently in recess, but there is
Not
no
bad.
brewing in the gallery. The judge asked this man, Bo Davis, to remove his hat or leave. Otherwise, he could be charged with contempt of court. But Davis refused.
How come a guy can say, I'm not even a person, I'm an agent, I'm a solicitor, I'm this, or whatever he was saying, right? That's not contempt, but not taking off your hat is. Because there is a respect to the court system. People don't want to hear this, but sometimes it's not about the person, it's about what they represent. Every 4 years, a new
Okay,
president is
I need
elected.
armor.
Because that's not my president.
I love
Every
the
4
ice
years,
ball.
that
It's
person,
important to
you
me,
hate the
but
person, hate everything they stand for, love the
what
person,
else?
leave it
Oh,
on
the
table.
dynamite. Let's get rid of the dynamite. Yeah,
That is the president of the United States. A judge can be.
yeah. Because I don't need it. This dynamite's already complete.
Judge. They are still the judge, and they represent the court system, which is why their demeanor.
Ice
matters.
ball,
Taking
yes.
your hat off in court,
Okay.
unless there's religious reasons not to. Taking your hat
Oh.
off in court is respect to the process, regardless of how you feel about the judge. So, to me, there's no reason to go to the contempt.
There we go.
You just have to leave. Now, if he goes, I will neither leave nor take my hat off, then contempt makes sense. But I would try to encourage him to give the two choices leave, which may well be what we're about to see here.
Davis and some others seated around him are associated with the New Hampshire-based anti-government movement. They're here to support a fellow member who's the defendant in a, quote, right to travel case that's in recess. These so-called sovereign citizens claim to be pushing back against what they consider overreach in the criminal justice system. And they're not afraid to get vocal about it.
I mean, you misunderstood. It's the judge's authority when he comes back. If at that point he says he's in contempt, then you have the authority.
There's been an issue that your choice is take the hat off.
I suppose it's a threat, but he didn't come back there yelling, screaming, and coming at you. He just said the judge is going to hold you in contempt. I'm giving you a heads up. What do you want him to do? Not tell you? Can you imagine if the same group, the judge walked back in and found him in contempt and had him cuffed and he went to jail? Why didn't you tell me? But now when I send someone to tell you, you're like, now you're threatening me. Well, which way do you want it? Wouldn't you prefer to be given a heads up before you're held in contempt?
Relentless commentary from others in the gallery.
Everything here looks pretty good.
The bailiff is finally done.
I kind of want to take this, but I don't know what I would do with it. This is 111 points damage. This is 190.
Comes to help escort Davis out.
Yeah.
Again, he refuses to
I think I should give up the 80 points damage. Okay.
Instead of dragging Davis out of the courtroom, the bailiffs use a wheelchair. As Davis is wheeled out, the group continues to insult the bailiffs.
They considered like jobs, violence against people.
Violence against women. So here's my question. Do you guys think this dude just wanted this? Like, it deep down, it wasn't his criminal proceeding. He wants to be able to show that he's truly a part of the movement too. I'm keeping my hat on. Don't you ask me to take off this hat. Now he keeps his hat on. I'm not going to assist in my own arrest. I'm going to make this the biggest spectacle I can around my boys here. They can't make me take my hat off. And I did not assist them in my arrest. Now you're cuffed on the way out of the court because of a cat, man. For what? Is that the tyranny we're afraid of now in this country? The tyranny of show respect by taking off a hat? Now, if he had religious reasons, they would have let him keep it on.
Their protests, the court has authority to make rules about conduct in the courtroom. So a short time later, the judge returns to the
I think I've won already. Like basically, I think there's only the one anomaly wave in this level, only on rank 4. So this is going pretty well. I think I can now push forward in the other area.
I actually think it's a good thing when we hold the government accountable. I think sometimes we forget what America.
I beat this level 3 times in a row. I feel pretty confident on this level.
Take what the government says to us.
So
Everything has
I'm
an
going to start
extreme.
pushing forward in the other area.
Not taking off your hat because you can't make rules about me. It's just silly. First of all, there are rules/laws that govern all of our conduct and what we do, and we actually want those rules and laws, right? For the most part, most of us want there to be ramifications of certain behavior. Someone's got to be the one to push the government to be its best. Fine. Other people just want to go along to get along. Also fine. But some of this stuff is just nonsense.
It's Jover. We won this.
Because I say so is exactly what you just said, Sean. Like, that sign, I can't read. The sign doesn't apply to me. I know it's silly, but it's the equivalent. I say the law doesn't apply. My buddy read something from the 1700s. Listen, there's been a lot of years of the evolution of law. And so, you know what you won't
This does more damage than both of these things put together.
Established in this country, which actually predates this country. A single
163, and this is 185. Better to have the 163 that is explosive damage.
This is actually one of the big debates about the Constitution. Is it a
I almost want to put this in.
or does it not change based on what it was? There's a good argument on both sides. On the one hand, as soon as you start interpreting the Constitution by today's values,
I don't even know what I want to do now. I'm lost.
Flip side, whatever was
I can't make decisions anymore. It's too hard.
Consider the evolution of
Let's
it's a good debate. It's a robust debate. And I'm
dynamite down, dynamite.
Just tell me what I have to do. But the sovereign citizen movement that we're seeing here is a bunch of people just trying to get off for things they did, claiming the law doesn't apply to them when it does, based upon rules they've interpreted that are just flat out wrong. And even if they were right, wouldn't help them. So let's watch another one.
He's the person filming this footage as he enters the Kootenai County Courthouse in Idaho.
I have so much damage, I don't need anything else.
For a minor traffic infraction, riding his bicycle at night without a light.
Someone actually gave this man a ticket for riding a bicycle at night without a light.
Do you think that might be because the cop pulled him over and told him, hey, you might want to do this, and he pulled this whole sovereign citizen thing, and then the cop was like, I'm all right, giving you a ticket.
Okay, so maybe I have to say that this feels like a little bit odd to me. Like, I don't know where he was riding. Maybe it was a danger to him or others. Maybe I'm overreacting, but I will say that that's about the weakest thing to charge someone with ever, even though, again, it's not even a misdemeanor. This is like a civil infraction. And now it's all about to go bad for this dude over someone deciding to give him a ticket for not having a light on his bicycle at night.
But from the moment he steps inside the door, it's clear this won't be a typical security check.
And I'd just like to know where your warrant is. What? Clearly posted that I have to forfeit my right to be free from unreasonable personal behavior. Yeah, every person is. I'm not a person. I'm a man.
I'm not a person. I'm a man.
Quickly, a free man.
Better persons
Peterson
too.
considers himself a sovereign citizen.
I'm not subject to.
By the way, if he's a sovereign citizen and he's not subject to the laws, why did he show up for the ticket? I mean, the laws don't even apply to you. You say so. What do you think about the term sovereign citizen? Because
Alright, I'm ready to take on the Castle Ruins and give up Jungle Knight. Because I have this.
citizen meaning you
I have the Swamp Knight.
I never thought of it.
So I don't need it anymore. I don't need Jungle Knight. Let's push forward.
Client police officer.
I don't know if I can beat this level though. I think oh no, yeah, I can definitely beat it now. I think I can beat it. Let's see. Let's see how it goes.
By the way, it was very fun. If you ever know a police officer, there's a lot of stuff I learned that day. At least some things where I've been critical of police in the past. I was like, oh, that was interesting. Anyway, that was the first time I heard a sovereign citizen, but it is true. Are you sovereign or are you a citizen?
I think the oxymoron accurately represents the actual movement itself.
It's insane. I don't actually have something against the sovereign citizen movement. I just feel bad these people, because they believe it, keep finding themselves in worse situations. They're fighting a battle that is not only a losing battle, but some of these battles are over what? Dude, you got cited for not turning right on your bicycle. You're probably going to go to the judge who's going to not fine you at all, and you're going to go home. What have you done by fighting this fight? You're not fighting for freedom or equality or people who are persecuted. You're fighting over a bicycle light. The other video we just saw was fighting over the right to wear a baseball hat in court. You're fighting over nothing. It's just too bad. Like, they've been sucked into this, and to what end?
Your jurisdiction.
Yeah,
The court has already confirmed that. I'm here for one.
it's sad.
All right.
It's kind of like they've been put into a cult.
Well, it's an excellent point, sir. And now that you've made that point, please come in with a gun or whatever weapon you may have on you. Here's the other thing. This is a little bit like having an argument with customer service when the person on the front is told they can only tell you no. So you're wasting your time arguing with the frontline person who has no authority to do anything other than say no. You're not talking to the judge. You're talking to the security officer at the front of the courthouse.
Kinda wanna put the sword down here, but I can't. I don't know. Can I? Yeah, I could. Yeah, okay, let's give it a shot. No. Okay, we're good. We're good. Yeah, this is good.
That's fine. I mean, I'll do that, but you will be charged a bill.
Charged a bill? Rather than escalating the situation, one of the bailiffs decides to play along.
You will be served a bill. How many weapons? Thanks, I'm here to raise the ruckus.
After clearing security, Peterson finds a seat at the rear of the courtroom and continues filming.
I want this healing weapon here,
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
but
Yeah, there is. I got it.
I guess I should do it. Let's give it a shot.
That's right, by the way. Our courtrooms are
Yeah, it was worth it. It was worth it so I could do this.
Some are juveniles, things like that. But generally, our courtrooms are open to the public, which is really important to hold government accountable and make sure.
Yeah, I'm glad I did this.
However, the right to film it is not automatic.
There we go. Oh, actually, there we go.
Get a camera in the courtroom. But you can't just walk in, camera filming, GoPro filming. You do have to go through the right procedures.
All right, let's do this.
No, you can't on video. You gotta turn it off. It's for both of our protection. Well, you have to turn it off. No, thank you.
Enter bailiff number 2.
Turn the camera off now. No, thank you. I do not consent to you touching me or seizing my property. So you need to back up.
I do not consent to you touching me or seizing my property. Okay? Noted. Now let me take the camera.
I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm holding you accountable because you're about to overstep your bounds.
The bailiffs then decide to clear the courtroom and question Peterson directly.
I got healing, I got armor, and I got money. I don't know which one to prioritize. I think I'm going to give up healing for money. Money can really benefit me early on.
I don't have a first or last name. Like Prince, when Prince turned himself into the symbol. But even that was a name, though. Madonna or Cher. Like, if you're so big, you're one name. He's 0 name.
You can call me Robert.
You can call
As you
me
can
Robert.
see, this bailiff keeps his sense of humor about the situation.
What are you? I'm a man. I'm a man, yes. Does your medical state license? No, I don't have one. You don't have one? My person does, but I don't.
With the situation seemingly
Like,
confused,
okay.
My person does, but your person's ID.
well, except for one person.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Is it okay to call him a person? I'm not sure that that's you violating his civil rights there.
Admitted to me that you're violating my rights. No, I'm not. You can't come in with the camera.
See, I told you, violating his rights. Violating his rights. Stop violating this man's rights.
I mean, I don't know what the hell law book you're reading.
He's not a person.
But it doesn't apply to me.
By the way, this is an officer. Officer's job is to enforce the law. Officer's job is not to interpret the law in this way. Obviously, officers have to know laws. But like you're arguing with someone who couldn't, even if you make a brilliant argument, he can't change.
Because you want to do something wrong? Because if it's against the rules, that means it's because somebody intends on wronging somebody else. Because they're afraid of being held accountable. Pete Barnes.
Jesus Christ.
Don't touch me. You're not going in, sir. Let the record show that you just battered me.
You better know.
All right, can we have
No,
a
he did
discussion
batter
here
him.
together, people? From what I could see, what did you guys see? Now listen, don't do the typical thing. Don't do it. I know what you want to do. Many of you are siding with security, the officer, and therefore you're annoyed by this guy. You're like, he got what he got. I don't think so. I also find his views baseless, meaning the person but not man or whatever. But at this point, the only contact that I saw made, but I could be wrong, I saw the officer stick his arm out. I don't know if the sovereign citizen ever made contact. If not, and he's not a threat to you, why the weapon? So he does get really
Don't
close.
touch me. You're not going in, sir. Let the record show that you just battered me. And you're using.
Yeah, so I don't think so, man. I know he's annoying, and I know he's wrong, and I know he's trying to get in your way, and you're tired of him. But I don't think he actually made contact with you. We could see him that he was. I don't know. What do you guys think? Comment about it. Let me know. I'd love to know what you guys think. I really want to know what you think, but let's not just side with the guy.
I think that
side
you're
with the
right.
Do we really want force escalated because someone was annoying? Oh, that'd be fun. We could start using force just for people who annoy us. I don't want to rule that out. We'll come back to that.
I'm not doing anything wrong. Hey, you know what?
All right, I think I want to get rid of the sword. The sword's pretty good, but
The answer to that question? Peterson's charged with 3 counts of battery and 1 count of contempt of court.
yeah, the sword's pretty good, but we want the arm. We want the armor
Alfred
instead.
pleas are not even
Oh,
allowed
and we
in
can also do this.
In many states, if you want to get a guilty plea, you have to say you're guilty. In some states, you know, I'm not
This is
saying
actually
you're
more
guilty,
powerful
all
than the
I know
sword.
You're finding me guilty. There's a lot of
Shows how weak the sword is.
Alfred pleas, which I won't bore you guys
Okay,
about. It's
reroll.
actually an interesting discussion.
Jail time was waived as part
I
of
want the
plea deal
ice,
in order
but
to pay a fine for his original charge of riding a bike at night.
can't justify it.
Okay,
we're good.
Sovereign citizens are honestly really inspiring because I know no matter how much I mess up in life, there will always be people more disappointing than me.
Thank you, sovereign citizens, for being there. Boy, do you know how annoyed people are with me just because I'm a lawyer? And I'm a trial lawyer who fights for injury victims, and I advertise, and I'm on social media. I might be the most annoying people that some people know in their mind, except I got sovereign citizens.
Yeah,
Here's the thing.
that's
Have you guys
true.
ever met a sovereign citizen in real life?
Thankfully, no.
That's my point. Like, we actually don't really see them. The only time I ever had an interaction, I wasn't even an interaction. I was back in the squad car, which was a truck, which was really cool. So I only heard the story and saw it from, a car length away or whatever. I'm a huge believer that you see what you look for. If you want to believe the sovereign citizen stuff is real, you'll believe it. Because you'll look for reasons that explain why it's true. But if you step back objectively and saying true or false, can this help me in my life? You will repeatedly get to a no and go work on something more important. Why do we have a man in a wig? This must be back to Australia. To Johnson.
Now to Louisville, Kentucky.
All right, this is all good. I lost the dynamite, but
Jefferson County District Court. An arraignment hearing is up.
Oh wait, that's not a wig. Sorry, Judge. I was just kidding, Judge.
I just yeah, we don't need this healing. We don't need this thing.
Johnson, who charged with possession of marijuana, drug paraphernalia, and tampering with.
I don't think I need the armor anymore.
When called upon, Johnson decides to address the judge, Sean Delahanty, from the back of the court.
Stand at this podium, right?
I mean, I have to come up here. We can't record your back.
What laws do you operate?
State of Kentucky.
Yes, as in like,
Empty laws, common laws. Okay, so common law is not related to whatever you mean by empty law. This sovereign citizen is going to make things really interesting over the next couple minutes.
Get you on the record so that we can see you with your argument.
okay, well, for on the record, I reserve my right to talk about this.
Johnson's refusing to cooperate because she's part of a sovereign citizens movement, which
I don't think I need the healing.
institutions and believe they aren't bound by the country's laws.
Well, Mr. Johnson, I really don't want
All right,
create some
let's do
big
this.
scene.
hang on a second. I do not want to lock you up, but I may very well have to. I need for you to come up here and stand at this podium. No, you cannot. No, you cannot.
By the way, the reason the judge is doing that, even though he's getting a little bit annoyed, is because this has to be captured on the record. So there is a microphone up there and a video facing the podium. So even though we can kind of hear her, it's not reliable for the record. So the judge can't conduct the courtroom in a way that doesn't capture what you say, because that puts you in jeopardy just as much as it puts the judge in jeopardy. The system needs a recording. That's why we have court reporters. We do so much to make sure that what happens in court is clear. The judge isn't even arguing about your empty laws versus common laws. The judge is saying, I need you up here to create a record. Everything
What is
you're saying
happening?
cannot even be captured. Meanwhile, she's like, before I cross the
I'm
I need to say
exhausted.
this. You're saying it, reserving your rights, but no one's capturing
The
it on the
spear
record.
is not better than the boomerang. The spear is better than the ice,
As the bizarre
I guess.
scene plays out, there's another disruption in the back of the courtroom when a bailiff tells 36-year-old Andrea to stop filming on her cell phone. In Kentucky, judges are given broad discretion. On
Yeah,
allowing
screw
filming in
the
their
screw the spear.
Yes?
Show her the law.
Go ahead and knock it
Show her the
down.
law.
Integrity custody.
Watch as the judge looks down and presses his panic button to summon additional deputies to the courtroom.
Sit over there.
You have to show her the law before you can remove her.
This is my whole point. They're going to jail over stuff that's just not worth the fight. It bothers me because these aren't bad people. They've just been sold a bunch of lies about the power they have. This is
All right, no more healing. Now it's all crazy amounts of damage.
honestly, I feel bad.
After a quick reset, the original defendant, Keisha Johnson, finally comes forward to the podium.
You charged with possession of marijuana, tampering with physical evidence, and possession of drug paraphernalia.
I don't understand any of that.
All right. Well, you're charged with illegally possessing marijuana.
While the judge's attention is back with Johnson, deputies in the hallway are still trying to get control of Andre, the one with the cell phone.
Yeah.
There's not a whole.
I don't understand the charges. Therefore, set me free. You've been charged with murder. I don't understand the charges. Well, you've been charged with killing someone. I don't understand. Well, you've been charged with taking the life unlawfully of someone. I don't understand. Oh, you don't understand? You don't understand? No. You're free.
There's not
You're free.
explain to you.
Okay,
When
You don't understand. They have to set you free. Everybody knows that.
let's start here. And yes, prove jurisdiction. Prove jurisdiction because I come in on common law. Prove your jurisdiction, that you have jurisdiction over
Prove
me.
it. Prove the jurisdiction.
Prove jurisdiction.
Let's
You can't
talk about
prove it.
jurisdiction really quick, really short. Right now, I'm not sitting in Maine. The court in Maine says I did something wrong. They have no jurisdiction over me. I'm not in Maine. I've not done anything to create problems in Maine. The court has power, but it doesn't have power over me. They don't have jurisdiction. So what she's saying is this court doesn't apply to me because I've been told that it's admiralty law and all this other stuff. You're standing in
Yeah.
Kentucky, and I assume you were arrested in Kentucky for marijuana in Kentucky and drug possession in Kentucky, allegedly. And therefore, they do have jurisdiction. Now, there are times you can win a case on jurisdiction, absolutely, but not at the arraignment. So you're trying to argue with the judge about whether the court has jurisdiction, which is something to prove later, but no one told you that.
I'm not going to proceed until you guys prove jurisdiction. Show me.
You can't
show me
proceed.
your law.
There are all of our laws are codified in the Kentucky Revised
Show
Statute.
me jurisdiction. Show me.
Show it to her. You need to show it to her. You can't just say
There
it.
you go.
Okay, this doesn't prove that you have jurisdiction.
Why does it? How does it not prove it?
Jurisdiction to you. I'm gonna ask the deputy, go ahead and take you into custody.
Under what charges?
Under your,
Under what
you are
charges?
discharged.
You don't know. There's no charges. You can't arrest her. There's no charges, damn it.
Keisha Johnson's arrested and charged with contempt of court.
All right.
contempt of court. Here I go again. I feel bad for the people. I'm not mad at the judge. I understand it. That thing got knocked over when they were arresting her. He didn't have to try. He doesn't have to convince her of jurisdiction at that point. He's the judge. She's been charged. He believes he has jurisdiction. She has the opportunity to fight the jurisdiction later. She's arguing what she believes. Ask her for her plea. Go through whatever other process is. I don't agree that the judge calling that contempt. I'm not saying the judge was out of line. I just would have made a different call in my opinion. But he was super annoyed because it all started with her friend in the back. So by this point, everything's a mess.
Fast forward to the next day. and
All right, what do I do now?
face
Damage.
a new judge.
Keisha Johnson, 56.
This time Johnson's represented by an attorney.
I don't know how familiar you are with this case.
Cody and Flipper.
Okay.
I heard a little bit about it yesterday. All right, so.
All right, judge is already talking, as judges may do. This judge is ready.
That she's in custody today. She brought over the president.
And she'd like to make a
We
statement.
got massive damage in here.
Think about it, and I believe, and I've learned that I need
I'm
to.
throwing dual wielding lightsabers, a crossbow, and a bat. These are powerful weapons. Crossbow actually knocks people backwards.
Keisha Johnson's found guilty of contempt of court and is released from jail after
Clock
serving
and an
1 day.
ice,
Her
perfect.
original charges, 2 were dropped.
I want
She's found
more
guilty of
ice
possession of marijuana
and
fined
combine this
$185.
I
crossbows.
just want to give credit to both the defendant and A&E. She was worked up, right? She believed something to be true. Most people can never admit they're wrong. She comes in a day later. She owns what she did. I think she deserves credit for that. And I think the court deserves credit. She had already spent the day in jail. So the day in jail and contempt is whatever. This is already the next day. So she left that day. They didn't throw the book at her. They got it all worked out. So they didn't hold it against her. And by the way, credit to the original judge. This may have been by rule or may have been his choice. But since he had held her in contempt, I'm not saying that's what happened, but he may have been like, I don't want anyone claiming that my own personal feelings impacted this. Plus I had the contempt hearing. Anyway, credit to everyone involved in that.
One last comment I want to go over. Because
We are
for 8
crushing
kids,
this level.
I want your opinion on this.
No problem.
Imagine having a child, caring for them for 18 plus years just to have them become a sovereign citizen. What would happen if one of your kids tried to pull something like this?
Let me tell you about my kids. I did not raise my kids to do what I say. I raised my kids to be independent thinkers. I tell them what I think. I am very vocal and I am opinionated and I am also wrong on a fairly regular basis.
So maybe sovereign citizens are
But I
good.
am wrong on a fairly regular basis. If my kid chose to believe this stuff were true, it would have no impact on how much I love the kid. I would worry because these are the kinds of beliefs that get you in trouble and take away from your life. It's a little bit like a kid who doesn't have a good relationship with money. You'll feel bad because that relationship with money will affect every part of your life. You're not going to love the kid less. So the way I see these people, which is a little bit different, is I don't actually think they're mean-spirited. I think they're misguided, ignorant maybe. But obviously sometimes they're using it to get off work. But a lot of this is just nonsensical stuff and they're just picking the wrong battle with me. So yeah, I think I could deal with one of my kids being a son. I don't think my kids would be. They've grown up around the law. But listen, my kids do stuff all the time and I'm like, she said what? This would be the craziest. That is the end. Now listen to me. Couple important things. Number one.
What does this sniper book do anyway?
Stop and sit.
Snipes and damages the strongest
Right there,
enemy.
check that out. That is
And
check this out. It's a trial lawyer, Mark Breyer, the husband and wife law team. If you want more thoughts,
I am
please
curious
comment. I'd love to know
what this looks like when this happens.
Yeah, please subscribe. Because we're breaking records on our way to 100,000. I cannot wait to get there. I can't wait to share more with you. Have
We should-
an awesome day.
Wait, what did I just do? No.
And throws not 1, but 2 chairs at the guard.
To be fair, if you're going to throw one chair, you might as well throw a second.
Your opinion on that, I'm sorry, it's just wrong.
If you're ever standing next to a lawyer in court, don't speak unless it's your time to speak. All right. Allow me to reintroduce myself. All right, this is Mark Breyer, the husband and wife law team. And I know you're out there all the time. You're watching these people and they're commenting on court. Some of them never went to law school. Many went to law school and they're lawyers commenting, but here's what they're not. For the most part, they're not a trial lawyer. They don't actually get up in there and fight for people and do actual cross.
These are both the same.
And have to deal with judges who make unfair rulings at the last minute and deal with all the things that actually happen in the courtroom. So today we're going to do some confrontations in the courtroom, and I'm going to give you my perspective.
I think I want the crit chance. Let's try that out. Even though it's not what I usually do.
Now, as you guys can see, a lot of you.
No. What did I just do?
We are racing to 100,000.
I want to go to bed. I'm too tired. I want to do my summon here. The progress is so slow.
Like or don't like this, so I make sure I'm commenting on things that everyone finds really engaging. So like, comment, let me know. Now let's get into
At least I finally got one puzzle piece from the pirate girl, but I was hoping for more than one, you know? Since they're all characters I don't use. This is exhausting.
I have never done family law.
There we go, 9. That's what I wanted. Yes. Okay. How are we doing? We're getting closer. We're at 15. I just need to do that like 100 more times, and I'll be ready to ascend.
But I don't want our kids getting into the narcotics.
My God. All right. I'm done. That's all, folks. That's all, folks. Please like, subscribe, click the bell, leave a comment. Love you guys. Bye-bye. Stop recording.